St. Louis. You can call it Arch Madness as we get you set for the nightcap, the two evening affairs here in St. Louis in this 2/5 Little Queens University in Charlotte. A look at where these two teams sit in the baby brackets. Winner more can this current Boilermakers squad go? Excellent upperclassmen group, this senior-laden team, Smith, Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman-Renn, and
coaching these two games tonight, this game tonight.
First ever NCAA tournament appearance. Just a remarkable story that we'll get into as the night goes on.
And I like this sweater, by the way.
Thumbs up. Braden Smith hanging in their run through the Big Ten tournament. Smith, score distributor, was just sensational. And there's the quick answer. Avante Parker
wrecks the traffic. Watch for Lawyer shooting off screens. Here he comes now. Now, as parents watching the kids play basketball on a big stage like this, little jump hook time.
Kaufman-Renn. There's a 20-point.
This shot or the next coming down with these two trips. Get their legs underneath and get something good to happen.
For a beautiful lead pass. Man setting the table.
Just to feel comfortable that you can score.
Queens University was the number 3 seed in the ASUN tournament as Smith hits a beautiful mid-target trying to go glass.
This is where he's good in the open floor, finding people. There you go.
Setting the table for Clough. He has top
open court. He's just not fair to defend. He's so good at picking people apart, reads the situation.
Schwieger dials it up from distance. Young man has become such a big piece in the middle for the Boilermakers. Kaufman-Renn trying to create the space. Steps middle, under control. So Jay Cox. Boilers going to reset with the two-time All-American Smith. Working against Parker, turning, hanging. It's taken by Ashby.
Smith has come out shooting.
Well, he's one of the all-time lethal three-point shooters, and he sticks it. Favorites in this 2-15 matchup in the West. Little two-man game. Kaufman-Renn missed it. Offensive rebound. This is Jordan Watford at the top. Has to work quickly, trying to carve out some space. A little bit off target. Good interior defense. Braden Smith, 1 assist away from the all-time NCAA record. Lawyer leads Clough. Masterfully done. Purdue Boilermakers 27-8 on the season. They went 13-7 in the Big Ten. Finished tied for 6th. As Clough misses all over the place. Here comes Smith. Lawyer from deep. Purdue fans ready to explode, and a loose short on that floater.
Another good delivery by Smith.
Man sealed off. Watford. Beautiful dime underneath. Larson playing for his 3rd different school, the graduate transfer. Smith, little pocket pass. Renn puts it down. And who I am told is a pretty good up-and-coming player in his own right.
Now we're taking it right. We just
shot clock at 2. Hanging. High degree of difficulty. And look at Benter. Out to Smith. Splash.
Just love those step-in threes in rhythm. When they get offensive rebounds, they kick them out. Look at this long range.
That was good. Oh, my God. Not quite finished just yet. Fight for it. It's saved by Larson. Into the paint. Watford body bumping, and he goes glass.
I believe there's enough shot blockers down there for Purdue to really steer them away from the paint.
Kaufman-Renn, just textbook.
Going after that a little bit. System. Watch from behind.
Meyer picks his pocket.
Good luck.
Smith ahead of the field. Easy deuce. Get it to drop. Rebound Smith.
He had Kaufman-Renn on him. That's a good time to isolate from outside.
Smith, the official's going to get a reach-in foul.
Look at that ball fake, too, just then.
Feeds Big Oscar Clough. And look at the big dancing bear.
There you go.
HBO Max. So, Jim, under 9 minutes left. Biggest takeaway so far. Have to be impressed with what we've seen from Queens. A team that comes to this tournament with so much confidence. Myers stops. Beautiful mid-range.
Got the size and strength down below. They want to go to the blocks. Here we go again.
Here comes that lethal pick and roll action, and the interior defense well done by Parker. And tough within striking distance against the 2-seed Boilermakers. Whistle blown. That's going to be a loose ball foul against Purdue.
Yep,
I guess you can call of the Queens University Royals. As we get a three, that's good. Yoav, he made it plastic, Jim, maybe rubber, but he's become the unofficial mascot of this team. And boy, they embodied everything that represents.
It was a good decision by Parker, too, because he had Clough out on the court with him.
C.J. Cox open look at a three. That won't go.
Every so often I look over there with the way he's dressed with that shirt. I think a spectator is walking across.
Here comes Clough. Taking contact.
What time is it? There's a spectator coming out of the stands walking over there.
He's a spectator who can coach pretty well. He ever dreamt when his coaching career started at the high school level in Wisconsin. That's
you would send your son to go play for.
Indeed. Dribbling inside, it's Parker.
See, I don't
5 minutes, Parker. Clough turns him back.
Finally stopped him.
Stingy interior defense. Here comes Watford. Look at Clough, the eraser. Clough left it a little bit short.
Yep, just squeezed it up there into the rim. Clough a little tired going up and down, I think.
Man, Euro steps. And the Royals. Jim, how surprised are you with this score right now?
Well, I'm surprised on paper, but watching them for a bunch of time right now, they're pretty impressive, Queens, the way they're coming after it. So Spiro at a different level throughout the season. That Purdue kind of knows what they want to do and execute. Certainly would have scored a couple of extra points here and there and made some shots. He's probably right.
Was it off of his foot, going to reset against Smith. Boy, and then the defense hit the deck. Smith was knocked over by Benter. Is out of the A-Sun. How long can they keep this going? Schwieger from deep, missed it. Offensive rebound, Jabril.
Switch up front.
Braden Smith showing the handle straight away. This is Cox on a three, and he connects.
Has to be careful so they don't go down 15 or so in the last 2 minutes with a run.
There's Cox.
Yep, got him on the hand.
And that will finish third on the team this season in made threes. Out of Lexington, Matt. This is on the second as we check in with John.
Chemistry. Guys, 8 of those top 9 scorers have only worn a Purdue uniform, Jim.
Well, Royals, good movement.
It really is. Got to be careful. They're going to get a couple of possessions on you.
Smith, just textbook. Creates the space. Boilermakers with possession, trying to extend a 12-point lead. Smith.
Nice.
Into the corner. This is Cox. Got it.
Boy, was that. Don't want to take it now.
On the wing, this is Watford. But they barely get it off. It's Ashby.
Who got it off, though?
Unbelievable.
So you have to be real careful. You don't make mistakes. And you get a couple of stops.
C.J. Cox left open deep in the corner. Tonight.
Not in any hurry at all. Willing to execute their half-court sets. Kick action out front.
So, and an interception by Ashby.
Thinking to go to Smith out front. He should have.
This is Schwieger. Big three for the Royals. It doesn't. Kaufman Wren working against Berman. Flicks it up. No. Little contact. And
out.
Last year was his breakout. We mentioned 20 points per game. First team All Big Ten. He was AP honorable mention. 16 from the three-point strike. Well, the ball movement, Jim, just does not stop for the Boilermakers. Lawyer underneath to Clough and more free throws. TNT, TBS, True TV, and HBO Max. Let's check in with John Rothstein.
Well, figures, the Boilers are 16-3. Jim, that was obviously reiterated last week.
Rebounding is interesting. And when they feature him, they make his life easier, just to go wall.
Kaufman running the baseline. Lawyer left open. And that's never a good idea for the defense.
And they figured they were going to try to get
one of the deadliest marksmen in the country. Man, gonna fire. Just Lawyer, boy, doesn't need much space. A little bit short, Kaufman-Wren.
There's the power game.
Leans up and puts it down.
They're usually in a good spot to rebound.
Parker lost the handle just as he was about to dunk. Here comes Ashby, tough little baseline floater.
Boy, is that...
Queens has scored just 8 points in the last 8 minutes. Smith just keeps coming.
He just knows how to get it.
Sneaks in for the rebound. Gonna reset Lawyer. Brilliant fake, and he sticks it. As we hit the 14-minute mark. Gonna reset Lawyer, coming around a screen, all the way to the basket.
And every so
free throws of the night for the Royals. So Jordan Watt, that was all it took to convince him.
quick decision. But to your point also, Spiro with the 6 for 20 from the three-point line.
Nice defensive play by Jabril, and then it's Bowman.
That gives him a little lift. Probably go right.
Here comes Smith, weaving his way into the paint. Kaufman-Wren slices underneath, makes it look easy.
About 2 feet away from the bucket, he's just unstoppable against this Queens team. Watch the height.
Watford, boy, magic fake. Got Jacobson to
give it up, you get a layup. There you go.
all along is Jabril. Hard flush. So the Royals showing a little bit of
opportunities, patience, just can't come away with points.
Lawyer.
What a shooter.
Jim, that's not luck. That's a talent.
Yes, sure is.
The softness of that stroke. Jabril, beautiful little backdoor cut. Into the corner. Open look at the three. Harris won't go. Offensive rebound. This is Smith.
When Ray ever gets, there he is from 3.
Ashby, who had that incredible performance against Central Arkansas in the championship game of the ASUN. Watford, the freshman playmaker. Big team in their league tournament. Smith steps back, and he has been lethal tonight. Nonchalantly, I talked to Coach K this week. Just hanging with him on the phone for a couple minutes. Kaufman-Wren with a chance at 3. Are we nearing 30 mark left in the second half? Here he comes across the paint, boy, just skilled for days. And they're starting to eat. This is Nasir Mann. A little bit too much. Boy, Smith lost it. A bit of a miscommunication between those two.
Terrific night here in the NCAA tournament for Smith.
Homer Meyer. Eat. This is Watford taking Harris to the rack. Have their sights set on advancement in the tournament. Kaufman-Wren and his big night continues.
The unselfish press very quickly. They know if you look up the floor, they're in great position, good look down low.
Rough shot through the Big Ten tournament in Chicago, and boy, they put those questions to bed, at least for the moment.
Yeah, and interesting enough, as Paul was focusing on defense for an hour straight that I was there, and it was just Matt Painter getting into them, letting them know that's where they have to win games from that side of dinner, you know, the dinner or anything for me. So I quickly forgot you.
So we move inside of the 6-minute mark. Here comes man, nice little Euro step, and he rattles it in.
Dinner, so
I see it. Just masterful.
Working it. Look at this.
Smith deep shot, and he's not done yet. The only thing left is to hoist that trophy.
Exactly. Can the dream continue for them?
As Meyer beautifully done. Rarely dips into the transfer portal. The uniqueness of the program that Matt Painter has built in West Lafayette. Look at Jacobson. Hard. Would eventually replace him and B, have a chance to break Katie's all-time school wins record. But Painter will likely break it next year. So CJ Watts.
He's trying to thread the needle. It was intercepted.
Here comes man. And a nice little setup underneath. Pays to the dance. It should look up, and it's a 8-point basketball game. Minutes left in the first half. It was 35-30 Purdue. Since that point, they have outscored the Royals 63-32.
You know, showing some signs of positivity and making things happen, and doors have just been blown off.
Omer.
He shoots that ball well, and that game he's 4 for 5 from the threes. There's a different dimension to this game coming off the bench.
And this university based in Charlotte. So much to be proud of. Their first ever trip to the dance. They just ran into school in the last 50 years of the sport to make the NCAA tournament in its first year of eligibility. UC San Diego famously did it on the interior by Larson. Open look, splash! Down to 30 seconds. This is Clark, little body bump. Boilermakers have punched their ticket to the round of 32 as the 2 seed moves on in the West. And meantime, a fabulous season for the Royals of Queens University comes to an abrupt end.
Paid big dividends also.
33-point victory.